December 3rd, 2020 Personnel Commission meeting to order. I will do roll call. Chairperson Mary Lou Ulloa, present. Vice Chairperson Harshdeep Nada.
Present.
Commissioner Henry Ann Yee.
Present.
Secretary Angela Bianchini.
Present.
Okay, so if we'll please recite the Pledge of Allegiance if we want to stand. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. So Angela, I'm assuming we have no guests.
We have no guests, and I'll check again at the last minute to make sure we don't have any communications.
Okay. So we're on number 5 of our agenda. So we need to approve the minutes from our November 5th, 2020 meeting. So commissioners, if we could please review the minutes.
All right, motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting on November 5th, 2020.
I second that motion.
Okay, so all in favor of the motion to approve the minutes for the November 5th, 2020 meeting?
Aye.
Motion passed. The minutes were approved. So now we need an approval to approve our agenda for today's meeting, December 3rd, 2020. I motion to approve today's meeting agenda.
All right.
I second
the
that.
motion.
Okay, all in favor?
All in
Aye.
favor, aye.
Okay, motion passed to approve December 3rd, 2020 agenda for the personnel meeting. Okay, chairperson's report. I don't have a report to give. Secretary's report.
So I'll just, when we left off at our last meeting on the 5th, I mentioned that at that next board meeting on November 12th, the board was going to have a discussion about reopening schools. And I don't think I told you all this, but that discussion was tabled. We also had the SRO discussion at that board meeting as well. And so that took longer than anticipated. And so the discussion on reopening schools will happen on the 16th. So I may have more information for you then, although now with the way the county is kind of going backwards, I'm not so sure what will happen. Hopefully the discussion will at least start and then we'll see where it goes. The other thing, just really quickly, a brief update. I know that we had talked about bus drivers and working with the union to get them into the roles to help out cleaning schools because they're not driving right now. When they returned back in August, they went straight to transportation and they got their buses running and they waxed and washed all the buses and got everything sanitized. And then as the work started to dwindle down, we realized we need to get them into other capacities and just help out with the schools because there's so much that needed to be done. And so that started, and the supervisor of maintenance is really pleased with the work that they're doing. So I just wanted to update you on that, and we can resume. There's no new business, so we can go right into our other business.
Okay, so we're on agenda item number 10, other businesses. So we're on section A, working out of class. So we have a attached list to reference, and this is for information only. So it's a short list. And then we'll move on to item B, 10B, eligibility list. We have 5 lists. List number 1 for account clerk 3. List number 2, child nutrition assistant 1. List number 3, mobile maintenance technician. List 4, office assistant 3. List 5, school attendance clerk. And this is an action item. So once you're done reviewing the list, I'm going to need a motion to approve these lists.
I move that we approve the eligibility lists of B1, account clerk 3, B2, child nutrition assistant 1, B3, mobile maintenance technician, B4, office assistant 3, and B5, school attendance clerk.
All right, I second that motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay, so motion passed to approve eligibility list 1 through 5. So now we move on to item 10C, personnel actions. This is for information only, so we have a list to review. Okay. Questions
All right,
on the
looks
list?
good. Looks good to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then we'll move on to item 10D, which is a recruitment report, and this is also for information only.
Still having trouble with that district wellness lead role, huh?
Well, what's interesting is that, so we've had one person apply, and then we would test them and get them on the list, and then we made a couple of offers and they declined, and so now we have another viable candidate, and they're interviewing, I think, this week, and so hopefully, fingers crossed, it works out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good to know. We've seen this for a while now, so hopefully we can get that filled.
I think it's been here all year.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Why do you think this is a more difficult role to fill for? Is there some specific requirement that you're looking for?
So this is the one that, this one is actually funded by the county. And I think that it stems from COVID and the need for someone to be a liaison at the sites, and also to include county programs. And so the funding was from the county. And so when they gave us the funding, they left it up to us to decide whether it was certificated or classified. When you look at the requirements, it looks more like a certificated position, but salary didn't align. And so we couldn't afford with the money that they gave us to make it a certificated position. And so we made it classified, but it's still, I believe it did require a master's degree. And so we've had a really tough time filling it, because while it is higher on the salary schedule, we're just in that area, in the Bay Area, where we are near we're in the most competitive salary area. I mean, any other agency is paying much more than we are for the same position. So when salary comes into play, we always get, we can get outdone very easily. And so I think that this was just a case where not only was the position just new to the districts, because other districts have it as well. It's just a new and different position that we haven't offered before. And when you look at the job description and you look at the salary, it doesn't all align as well as it could.
Got it.
And I think probably after we get the person in and we truly know what they're going to be doing, then we may have a better idea of how the district, how we could maybe reword the job description.
Oh,
That makes
I
sense.
think it has something to do with that as well.
And it
Got it.
could
Well-
be also that they feel that it could just be not a permanent position depending on the funding.
Yeah, if it's a funding-based role, then
Right.
it's not. Got it.
That is true also.
Got it. Well, hopefully things go well with the candidate you have, but if not, I mean, a recommendation I have is maybe because it looks like the role may require a bit more, but the compensation may not match. It may be a good role for a recent graduate with the MPH degree. So potentially we could reach out to
That's exactly
local
what it is.
universities and trying to see if any of their recent graduates may be interested.
So you bring up a good point. We did put this out on the handshake, and you're familiar with that program. Harshit
Yeah.
goes out to all the university and the colleges, and so sending out that recent recruitment, which I think we did well before Thanksgiving, but we did get some more candidates that way. So I think that did
Got
help.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you need any contact, let me know, because I know sometimes with the master's programs, Handshake is typically a good tool for the undergrad students, but sometimes it isn't as common for graduate students to use Handshake. So
Okay.
I may have a few contacts for public health master's programs, whether it's at Berkeley or
that's
other.
good to know.
So I can, because I know I've been to the Berkeley MPH office, and they have sort of a physical job board there, and they have their own internal contact who sends out job opportunities to like an email list of students. I think a
Okay.
lot of programs work that way, so maybe we can find an in there and get the word out.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, those interviews are this week, so I should know early next week what's going on.
Got it.
Okay, all right.
That's good. Okay, so I'm assuming we have no communications for item 11 on our agenda.
Let me just check one more time. No, we do not.
Okay, so now we move on to item 12. Our next regular meeting will be on January 14th, 2021 at 3:30 p.m. And we're adjourning this meeting at 3:42 p.m.
Oh,
So we did it, Tyler.
I told you we'd be on time.
A very brief
All right.
meeting.
Thank you all, and I hope you have some news back in January when we come back about the board meeting. But also look at those notes that I've been sending out. That may have some.
Yeah, those are really
Yeah.
helpful. Thank you for those out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really enjoyed them. Thank you.
yes.
Okay, everyone. Well, have a good winter recess, and then we will see you back next year.
Next year.
Crazy as
Okay.
that.
Hopefully a better one.
Take care, everyone. Be safe.
All right,
Yes,
take care.
happy holiday.
Bye bye.
All
Bye-bye.
right, bye-bye.
Bye.